Hello, I'm Linda Dolke. I'm a demonstrator for Stampin' Up! Here in Australia, and today I'm showing you a very cool technique. We're going to be embossing with our framelits. Not embossing folders, but actually the framelits. So stick around and enjoy the video, and I hope you like the card. So today we're making this cute little card. Well, actually what I really wanted to do was show you the technique. So how to get this great embossed look. And you can see it's quite deep. On this card it's actually quite faint. It was more subtle, and I wanted it for this card, but now that I've been playing around a little bit more with my framelits, I've decided I really do like this deep embossing look. So what we're doing today is actually embossing with framelits rather than an embossing folder, because we don't have this shape as an embossing folder. This is from the Quilt Builder framelit set that matches the Quilted Christmas or Christmas Quilt bundle, and it has all these great framelits in it, all with stitching, and there's even a little needle and a thread. There's holly and stars, and then there's also these great shapes, which are the ones I use the most, and also a cute little flower. And you can see I've actually used the flower here in the middle, and I'm actually going to show you how I got this textured look in my next quick tip video. So check back probably tomorrow or Friday for that. And there's also this square here, which allows you to cut the whole of this shape out as a standalone piece rather than just a window. So I'll show you how it works. But this set is only available until the 2nd of January 2018. After that, it's being retired, it's discontinuing. So if you do love it, make sure you speak to your demonstrator and get her to organise you to have this before it is gone forever. Or you can order through the online store, of course. And if you don't have a demonstrator and you're in Australia, I'll pop the online store address in the comments below so that you can order your own and have it sent straight to you. So I'll move all these out of the way, bring the Big Shot in, and I've been experimenting with platforms to see what gives the best result for this technique, and I will show you what I've found. So I'm actually using the current platform, which is the Big Shot platform that comes with the Big Shot when you buy it. We used to have, once upon a time, they used to have this one with the hinge, so it opened up. There was tab 1 and tab 2. If you have that one, it will still work, but you'll need to open up your Big Shot in order, the platform, in order for you to get this same result, because we're going to be doing it as if we were embossing, even though we're using our framelits. So I'm going to put the platform down. And normally, if I'm cutting, I would use the thin die adapter on top of that, which is this extra piece. But because we're embossing, I'm not using this piece. Okay, and then I'm going to put my first plate on, like so. And then I'm going to use a silicone mat. Actually, I'm going to use 2. I found I got better results if I use 2 of our silicone mats, one on top of the other. These are a really inexpensive little purchase, and I love them. I use them all the time. I use them when I'm heat embossing because they withstand heat, but I also use them when I'm using adhesive, because adhesive doesn't stick to it, and it's great for this technique. So what I'm going to do is, I've actually got 2 pieces of paper. I've got Whisper White Thick and Whisper White Normal. So this is the original Whisper White that's quite thin, and this is the thicker piece, and I'm going to show you the difference when you do both. Both work, you get a slightly different result. So first of all, I'm going to use the normal Whisper White. I'm going to pop it on top of my 2 mats. You can do just 1 mat, and you just get a more subtle, lighter effect. It doesn't emboss as deeply. Okay, so if you use 1 mat, it will still work, but you won't get... In fact, this original card was made with 1 mat. Okay, but this time I'm using 2 because I have found I get better results when I've been playing around. Then we're going to put our other piece on top. So the order is your platform, your base platform without the thin die adapter, your first cutting pad, 2 silicone mats, your paper, your framelit, and the framelit has the cutting edge, the cutting side of the framelit towards the paper, as if you were going to cut. But because you've got the mats underneath, it won't cut through. So I'm actually going to wind that through. I feel a little bit of pressure, but not much. Just the one time through that. And we're going to pull that out and have a little look at it, and let's see what it's done. It hasn't cut through, but we've got this nice deep embossed design. It's almost cut through, but not quite. Okay, so it gives you that lovely look. So let's try with the thicker paper and see how that goes. Same again, exactly the same thing. If you wanted to use one mat, you probably get a slightly better result with one mat with the thicker cardstock because it adds a little bit more to the sandwich, just a small amount, but every bit helps when you're talking about big shot sandwiches. And if you're wondering why I'm talking about sandwiches, that's another term for the order of the platforms, or the order of all the bits and pieces when you're putting it through. So this time's the thicker one, and you do feel it is a little firmer to go through. And let's see how that went. Pull the pieces out. And once again, I actually think you get a better result with the thicker paper. You could, of course, use any other cardstock because the Whisper White, not the thick, but the normal Whisper White is actually thinner than any other cardstock we have. So if you're using this on another colour, it would work really well. So let's have a look at the two. I do think the thick has given me a cleaner image. It's probably hard to tell on video, but I can see that this is actually looks better. And this one almost cut through here, but not quite. Okay, so then I would finish it. I'll really quickly show you. I'm not going to get you to sit here while I cut out all the pieces, but I have here a piece of red. Bring my Big Shot back in. This time I'm going to do away with my silicone mats because I'm actually wanting to cut, and I'm going to bring in my thin die adapter because I want it to be thicker. Put my base plate down, my cardstock, it doesn't matter where I position this because I actually don't want the whole thing. I just want, although I will actually, because if I put it right in the middle I can use it for another card. Put that piece through, and you'll hear it make the cracking noise that you would expect when it's cutting. Notice we didn't hear any cracking before, and out of habit I always take mine back through. Let's move that. And then it has cut through. If you were cutting a standalone piece, like a piece like this, okay, that's where you bring in your square and you cut around this to create a standalone piece. And I might use that on another card, like for example I used a red piece like this on this card and made it into a window card. I thought about doing a video for you to show how I did that too. If anyone's interested, let me know, but only until this discontinues because I will be selling mine and getting rid of it after the 2nd of January. So so that's how you would get that standalone piece, but this would be nice for a window too on a card. So now that I've cut these pieces, I could, if I wanted to, use my piece here, and I won't make you sit here and watch me do all these, but I now have a template for these to go onto, which is what I did here. So I've popped my pieces back in. You can see they just come out like so, and you just position them in, and they look really great with the other piece embossed out of the background. So doesn't that look cool? I'll show you how I got this little kind of textured effect on in the next video, but for now that's what I wanted to show you today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back soon. Thanks guys.